YouTube, man? It's your boy Sam back with another banger for y'all. Look, bro, today we got more Modern Warfare 4 gameplay, multiplayer gameplay to be exact. You know what I'm saying? Little video, little footage for y'all. Um, guns, movement, the new map that they said were like they're converging into like 500 different it's crazy. It's absolutely crazy. We're not gonna say too much. We're gonna get straight into it.
Today we got the first full live Modern Warfare 4 multiplayer gameplay, courtesy of a few select streamers who were invited to an event in New York City to showcase the first ever gameplay within Gunfight on a brand new map, which is split into 3 randomized sections with over 500 plus combinations.
There you go. That's what I was talking about.
We're gonna take a deep dive into all of
PPSH. Yo, stop. Just give us like niggas were not using PPSH in they're not using PPSH in fucking war today, gang. I'm sorry, they're just not.
The gameplay shown so far, including gunplay, deep dive into all of the new movement and gameplay mechanics, remastered maps as well as brand new maps, and so much more. But I'd love to know your honest first thoughts about Modern Warfare 4 multiplayer gameplay in the comments below. If you enjoyed the video, a like would be super appreciated. And after this video, please show some love to Skyroz and Sophie Snaz, the 2 streamers who were lucky enough to stream the game and showcase the gameplay we're going to look
let's
at.
see.
First, look at movement and gunplay, as these are 2 of the biggest changes that we're going to see within Modern Warfare 4, and showcased here by Sophie. You can slide from tac sprint, and the speed in which you go to the slide while sprinting is very quick, although you don't seem to go too far. He then showcases jumping to see if bunny hopping is still a thing within MW4, like we first saw in MW19. During tac sprint, you can definitely jump a few times whilst keeping up that same speed and momentum. You can definitely tell that you lose that speed and jumping momentum after like the first or second jump. We then get a showcase of the jump slide as well, where if you're running and then you jump and slide, you can see again that you don't slide too far, but the speed in which you go into the slide is rapidly quick. Overall, you can tell the movement is a lot faster than MW2. It is a very positive thing to see. You then get a gameplay clip to showcase the new weapon behavior when you're going towards corners, where you can see the
lane behavior. Okay,
goes into the shipping container, and then looking at it from this other edge, you can see that the LMG,
and they introduced this Black Ops 6, right?
does sort of tilt a little bit to compensate for it. It doesn't seem to do it at every single object, especially if you aren't ADSing. That is interesting. And then she also goes to showcase the new mantling, where you can mantle up onto a container like this, and you can climb across the entire
you can climb horizontally.
Another new movement is a supine slide, which is a dolphin dive essentially, where you land on your back, and you can do this running forwards as well as running backwards. There is no omni movement in this game, but this is the only remnants of it that you could argue still exists. Before moving on to some proper gunfights and
that's not bad.
he also gave us an example of the removal of weapon.
Oh, that was straight hip fire.
Guns should shoot accurately to exactly where they're pointing when they're hip fired. In some parts of the gameplay,
look at how accurate that looks. Oh my.
She's showcasing the recoil patterns on certain guns. You can see that for a majority of the time, the bullets are hitting where she's aiming, even if it's ever so slightly off. The idea is that this should make hip firing a lot more accurate, and in some examples, it
I'm already low-key tired of like dying in Black Ops 7 or Warzone to a nigga that's completely hip firing me, and I'm aiming in and like I'm hitting all of my shots, but that nigga just hip firing. And he hitting everything too, I guess, and I'm the one dying first, so I don't know.
Definitely shows.
That's what
I really think it depends on the type of weapon you're using.
That was an issue before, so
auto, semi-fire, for example.
But there should be no reason why there's more recoil like stability when hip firing then aside from
this example here with an SMG, you can see that recoil pattern is remaining pretty consistent whilst hip firing. And the last new addition that we get to see is the brand new smoke tech, which looks very similar to CS2, but once a smoke grenade is put down, you can actually shoot through the smoke, and it creates a little circle where you can see through it, and then over time it slowly closes back in. And I think search and destroy, and even here in Gunfight, this is going to be integral. It might seem a little bit gimmicky, but it is really cool to see this in Call of Duty. Overall, I'm really grateful that Sophie Snaz was able to show off all these new gameplay mechanics so cleanly. You should definitely check out all her links below after this video. Let's now move on to some raw gun gameplay here, where Skyrose had some incredible games that we're going to showcase here, showcasing all of the new movement mechanics and the way that gunplay works, and just throwing it all together, as well as seeing some really cool elements of the kill block map. Where,
okay, throw him nicer
this
back.
first part in the middle, it is literally Crash from the original Call of Duty 4 Modern Warfare. We have the original helicopter crash there in the middle. And the idea of the map is that all 3 slabs randomize every 2 rounds. And this mode is
you can reload,
in
bro.
Gunfight 1v1, Gunfight 3v3, and then Gunfight 10v10. And I got to play this about 2 months ago at Infinity Ward, and I genuinely thought that the 10v10 version was the most fun. It is super chaotic in all of the best ways. The idea is that because the map changes every
kind of like Battlefield a little bit,
it's always going to feel slightly different. In the following round, we see that for the next 2 rounds of Gunfight, they actually have the M4.
What is that? Oh, that's the M4!
Warfare weapon. You get to see the inspect animation for it as well, and due to the randomized build that was given for this Gunfight round, you can see that there is absolutely very little recoil with this gun, and it performs exactly as you would expect, where it looks incredibly satisfying to use. Very little visual recoil, although quite a lot of muzzle smoke visual effects, which we'll touch upon a little bit later in the video.
Yeah, take that out.
Watch as he's shooting, you can definitely see that, yeah, there's a lot of smoke. He starts to get in the groove here, how slick the movement is, which again is very surprising that this is an Infinity Ward game that we're watching.
But
something like Sledgehammer or Treyarch. Now, one gun I'm sure you weren't expecting to see is the PPSH-41 SMG. That's right. The classic PPSH is in MW4, and for 2 rounds of Gunfight, everyone had the PPSH. As you can see here, it is just literally the exact PPSH that we all know and love in all its glory. It's even got the 71 round.
I never really liked it. I never really liked it.
Makes it look absolutely
I'm not gonna lie.
And it looks like a really good version of the PPSH. I did get to use this as
well
when I played at Infinity Ward a few months ago. It just looks and feels really good, like you would expect the PPSH to be. One of the things that I've
kind of looks like some of the same perks are back
since the showcase is that the time to kill looks extremely quickly, and
he kind of moving a little bit.
One here, because in Gunfight, every player has 100 HP. They don't regenerate health either. It's really difficult to compare if the main 6v6 multiplayer will also have 100 HP as well, which will reflect this fast time to kill, or if this is just, you know, only something that you see in Gunfight. In this section, we get to see a new middle slab of the map titled Hospital. This is actually a section from the original COD 4 map Vacant. Anyone that's played it, you know exactly what I'm talking about here. This middle is absolutely identical to Vacant. And I think it's really cool how they've fused all of these different sort of parts of old maps together in a way that feels really natural. This next round, they spawn in Kill House from the original COD 4 as well.
Yo, to whoever's video this is, yo, and you see like my reaction to it or whatever, just so happened. Could you like maybe finish that clip next time? You know, we want to see whether or not they lost the round or won the round, or if he got that kill, or if he didn't get that kill, or you know, we want to see that.
It just shows the sort of breadth of all of the different sections of maps that they've got within Kill Block here, where it just fuses together really, really well. We got to take a look at quite a few new weapons as well, like the Hion
K4.
Where in the inspect here, we can see that there is an Apex attachment that is attached to it, where it's a 3-round burst for your
saying 9mm.
It's fully auto for the rest. And then in the middle of the map, we now have High Rise from Modern Warfare 2 2009, which I think is really awesome, and it still retains.
Ooh, what was that?
The helicopter
is
really awesome, and it's High Rise from Modern Warfare 2.
Okay, shock charge
2009, which I think is really awesome, and it's.
I think he either gets shocked here, or he just switches to the secondary, and it doesn't completely switch. Like I think that was what Modern Warfare 3. I think that did that. And he completely ups Blick. Whoa. No. That wasn't a secondary. Look at the bottom right, chat. Look at the bottom right. Can y'all see that?
Modern Warfare 2 2009, which I think is really awesome, and it still retains.
It's like not a tactical, what do you call it? I forgot what it's called. but where you'll put your grenades and shit. That's actually crazy because, yo, that's crazy. That's crazy. Because now, instead of having to use that for a Simtex or a throwing knife or something like that, or a grenade, bro, you can literally just run up. You can run up, blick, and then dispose of it. And then if you got munition boxes, if that's still in here, or if you got like the little ammo crates or whatever that be around certain parts like in Warzone and stuff like that. I wonder if this is gonna be in Warzone. I don't know if it is or not, but like that's insane. That's that's a new mechanic that's crazy. He literally just ran up.
Rise from Modern Warfare 2 2009, which I think is really
Hus-
awesome.
Oh, that was kind of clean. I can't cap. That was kind of clean.
Under the helicopter as well, where instead of going into sort of the underground tunnels
Okay,
area,
dive.
you're instead going into a body of water that you can swim in and under, just like what we saw with MW2 of its swimming tech. And then 2 rounds later, we get a
no one likes MW. No one likes
variation
that.
where we have 3 different parts that are completely unique, bespoke areas made just for this kill block map. But with one of the areas being a spawn area called Station, which does look quite similar to a multiplayer map section from a MW19 map that I just can't put my finger on. We then get to see a few new weapons like this MAR-9 marksman rifle, which I think looks really cool. And we also get a little bit of gameplay to showcase the different weather effects that can happen as you play, where in this slab,
okay, it's kind of raining a little bit,
going off, which simulates rain. And what's really cool is that if you stand completely still, eventually there'll be raindrops that will form on the actual eyes of your character. You also get to see a brand new pistol, the Crate P6A, and all have inspect animations, which is pretty cool to see considering that this is just an alpha build of the game. But we have completely different slabs now. The middle of the map is now a trench, which kind of seems similar to a MW19 small map that we got called Trench. And there were also different points in the gameplay streams where this section was now covered in snow. We got to see some pretty wacky weapons as well, like the Thin LMG, which honestly looks like the chainsaw from Ghosts as well as MW19. And you can see that this thing looks absolutely epic, that it can be sort of specced out like this. And we get to see another area of kill block here, Storage Town from the
Storage Town
in Warzone in 2020.
Oh,
the spawn area in the next round is called Snow Block, where you can see the snow and then going into Storage Town. This is a really good example again of the smoke, where he creates a circle there. Whilst he's slightly still visible from that cone that was created, he was able to get destroyed here by Jay Broski with the LMG.
Oh, Jay Broski was there?
This next variation of kill block, the middle of the map is now Shoot House from MW2 2022. And it honestly works well. It just completely blends in and just looks like it was always part of this map. But the main central part of Shoot House is retained pretty much 1-to-1. Some other new areas of kill block that we got to see was this section here called Garage or Garage if you're American. Then we have this middle area that's made up of these huge stone blocks which are piled up nearly to the ceiling. And it's cool to showcase that some of these parts can be completely interior, where you no longer rely on the sun to help you with the lighting. It can be argued here if the visibility is good enough in every section here for you to be able to see players or not. Visibility was an issue when I played back in May, but it seemed that they were on it. One issue that we did see from the showcase is the muzzle flash visual effects, where in this clip here between Skyroz and Jay Broski, you can see that every time this weapon is shot, the entire screen is flashing. And it is honestly not a great sight, especially when they've already been under fire in MW2 for over-the-top muzzle visual effects. And Infinity Ward have actually commented on this over on Twitter a few hours ago.
In the hands of players for the first time.
This is a pre-release alpha build and a work in progress, and that this much muzzle flash visual effect is a bug and will be fixed by the time the MW4.
I hope so. Get that shit right.
Fine balancing act here with this gameplay, because obviously this is our first look at the game. We're obviously going to judge it based on what we see, but at the same time, it is just an alpha build. There are going to be visual bugs, there's going to be gameplay bugs, so it is really difficult to give a full proper judgment at this point. I think overall, despite the fact that we're looking at low bitrate Twitch streams, visually the game graphically looks great. And I think this is the first time since MW19 that the game actually graphically looks as good as that game. There could still be some tweaking that they still could do to make it match MW19 or surpass it. And I think the movement's in a really good spot. I think the gunplay looks great, but I definitely think there still needs to be some adjustments with the visual recoil as well as
Yeah,
that muzzle
definitely,
flash is
definitely,
crazy.
definitely.
We also need to bear in mind that all the weapons that are used throughout these gameplays are just completely randomized loadouts that will not have the meta attachments to reduce recoil, reduce the muzzle smoke. Or
Yeah, that's true. That's true. That's true. I wasn't even really thinking about that because they're playing Gunfight.
Yours in the comment section down below because they will absolutely be.
Oh my god!
Everything on board from the gameplay that's been shown so far.
Huh.
What you're thinking about it in the comments
Finish this clip. Finish it. Finish it.
And be sure to go
Finish
ahead
it.
and follow and
Us.
subscribe to both Sophie Snaz and Sky
Us.
on YouTube and Twitch. If you want to subscribe to not miss out on
Us.
any more
Oh my
Modern Warfare
god.
gameplay videos like this one, then be sure to subscribe as I'll keep you in the know. If you want to watch my full live reaction to seeing the gameplay for the first time, then you can check out my live stream, which I did earlier on screen.
All right, man. Appreciate you for the video. Mr. Dalek JD. Shout out to him. Yeah, for the guys over at YouTube, man, make sure to like, comment, subscribe, all that good stuff. Hit that noti bell so you're notified every time I post for the latest MW4 news, updates, whatever. You know, we gonna just be covering whatever, right? Whatever leaks, showcases, gameplay, whatever it may be, bro. Until Modern Warfare drop, and then whenever that does drop, we gonna be dropping videos on that. So anything else, shooter wise, make sure to tune in. Make sure to, like I said, subscribe, hit that noti bell so that you're notified every time I post. This video was recorded live on my Twitch and Kick at Sinful TV, SYNFUL TV. Yeah, that's pretty much it. Make sure to go follow me over there, hit that noti bell over there so that you're notified every time that I stream. Every time that I go live, I literally go live every single day. I've been live for 195 days now, I want to say. 197, something like 98, something like that. It's up there, but we're going the whole year 365. So, but yeah, like I said, follow TikTok as well. Sinful_clips on TikTok and on Instagram, TeamSin_clips. Yeah, just, you know what I'm saying? Go ahead. Go support. You feel me? Go support. But yeah, that's it for me, man. I love each and every one of you. Comment down below some things that y'all want to see, maybe some things that y'all liked, maybe some things that y'all didn't like, some things that they still need to work on, some things that you want to see, maybe some guns you want to see, maybe a map or two that you want to see, something like that, you know. Or yeah, just let me know in the comments, man. But yeah, that's it for me. I love each and every one of y'all once again. It's been your boy Sin, and I'm out.